Thank you, Daron, for inviting me here today. Some of you may know me from ABC's Catalyst program. I was an investigative journalist for ABC for about 10 years until the unfortunate demise of the program about a year and a half ago when ABC decided to axe the program. And I'm here today to talk about statin wars, incredibly lucrative drug class, with Pfizer's Lipitor being the most profitable drug in the history of medicine. So there's no doubt that the statin empire is big business. In the early days, we were only prescribing statins to people at high risk, and they prescribed to everybody over the age of 50, even if you had normal cholesterol levels. And Pfizer ended up marketing some great flavoured statins to children and adolescents as potential recipients of these medications, suggesting that statins were so safe and so effective that we should offer them as condiments in burger outlets in the US about putting statins in the water supply. Two parts of the medical profession. The proponents say that statins are incredibly life-saving, but the other side of the spectrum has become more sceptical, and they say that statins are largely unnecessary. So who's right, and why is it that we've got this bitter divide amongst a group of educated doctors who are all looking at the same literature? Well, my proposition today is that we need to follow the money. We need to learn from situations in the past, and Tamiflu is a prime example of a medication where governments around the world spent millions of dollars stockpiling this medication in the event of a flu pandemic, based on information that we got from the drug companies, that it shortened the span of having the flu and that it reduced hospital complications. But a tenacious group of Cochrane researchers lobbied hard to get access to the clinical trial reports that the drug companies had never revealed to them. One of the ways in which drug companies can effectively influence public opinion, and it's a powerful way, is to silence dissenters. One of the ways to do this is scientific publications. Another way to silence dissenters is to discredit them. Now, Professor Rory, so again, accusing you of murdering people is an effective way at trying to discredit you. That we need to push back on people challenging statins. And he said that there was a rise in the internet cult. So calling you a cult leader or a cult follower is an effective way to discredit you in the Catalyst program. So in 2013, I did a two-part series called Heart of the Matter, and we questioned the overprescription industry influence in statin trials. They went to air, they received an extraordinary amount of attention. They rated 1.5 million, which was profound ratings at the time, at that time slot. And we were receiving thousands of congratulatory letters, and more importantly, the managing director and director of television at ABC were really pleased, until we started receiving complaints from Heart Foundation, who were criticised in this program, very scathing complaints, and from, of course, the drug companies and a few vested interest groups. So this is when the orchestrated campaign to discredit myself and the programs began. We had ABC's health commentator, Nolan Swan, go on national radio and say people will die if they watch this program. ABC has blood on its hands. Paid a sponsor on Meadow-Lee margarine and has received money from the sugar industry, Coca-Cola. He encouraged people to contact Slatter and Gordon and sue the ABC Catalyst team. We were put under a gag order. We were not allowed to defend ourselves in the media, accused of mass murder. Unfortunately, ABC capitulated to pressure and the increased scrutiny, and they decided to remove the programs from the website. So overall, it was a real disservice to the public discourse. We wanted people to go to their doctor and question their medications and become more educated about their medications. Doctors saying, how dare these patients come into my clinic and question me about prescribing them statin medications. And I was like, well, that was exactly the point of the programs. Why are you so upset?